Fools, 2014 is finally here, and there are a lot of anxious taxpayers out there who would really like to get their taxes filed as soon as possible to get that refund money flowing into their checking accounts. But the question that so many people have is, when are you going to get the tax forms that you need in order to file your return? My name is Dan Caplinger. I'm the Motley Fool's Director of Investment Planning, and today I want to take a look at some of the deadlines that apply to people who are going to be providing you with the information that you need to file your tax return. Now, basically, when it comes to the most popular tax forms, the W-2 is the one that most people have to worry about the most. That's the form that you get from your employer that reflects the amount that you earn in wages and salary for 2013. And an employer is supposed to provide that to you by the end of January. So if you don't get that form by the end of January, talk to your employer and make sure that they're on the up and up about when you can expect to get that form. It's very important, as it shows not only your income but also your withheld taxes that can help define how much of a refund you get. Now, secondly, just because most of the other forms that you're going to get, 1099s and other things, are also set with that January 31st deadline, but not all of them are. For instance, certain 1099s, the 1099s that you get from your broker on the 1099B form, isn't due until mid-February. And so if you have investment accounts, you might not actually get that 1099 until later than the end of January. It depends on the broker. Some are more timely than others, but generally those investment-related 1099s could come later than when you'll get your W-2. Now, worst of all is if you invest in certain partnerships, things like master limited partnerships in the energy sector. You've got Kinder Morgan Energy Partners, you've got Enterprise Products Partners, various other MLPs. They don't have to file their K-1s until mid-March. And if you are invested in even smaller partnerships, so the K-1 deadline for them is actually April 15th. And so basically that puts a lot of people in a situation where they're almost certain to have to file for an extension just to have the time necessary to take a look at the K-1s once they finally come in. Now, keep in mind, too, that just because you get that tax form on time does not necessarily mean that it's going to be the final word on what your tax liability is. So many brokers will give you that first 1099 on time, but then give you an amended one later on. And so it can be really dangerous to file before you absolutely have to. If you do file and then get a later amendment to that 1099, you're going to have to file an amended tax return. That's added burden on you. So just something to keep in mind. But if those tax forms don't come in according to those deadlines, then be sure to give a call to the people who are supposed to provide them to you. Now, for more on your taxes, making sure you make the most of every tax benefit you possibly can get, be sure to stay tuned to Fool.com. Thanks for watching, and Fool on.